Hi and welcome to the Briefete Nursery in Sebazan, the foothills of the Pyrenees, Mediterranean, France. We grow about 50 species of moss, liverwort and lichen. And today I want to talk to you about this amazingly beautiful species. It's called swan neck Thyme-moss. And it is absolutely a beautiful, gorgeous moss that you would find growing in the wild. You would find it growing on streams, and it would be, its roots would be very wet, very moist. It has a very intricate root system, and the young growth grows up from the older growth roots. I'm just gonna put this here so it'll plump up in a second. It's just been out away from water for really only half an hour, and it gets quite dry, especially the older moss. There. So let's find more light. There. You can really see how almost see-through the leaves of the young growth is. They're like beautiful tiny jewels, like tiny little lime green jewels in the water. And this moss is great for terrariums, vivariums, because it does make a nice thick root system, so your little critters won't destroy the carpet and won't make a mess. And really, it's absolutely gorgeous in a water feature, exterior or interior. It does deal with drought nicely, and can stay dehydrated for many months. And then as soon as the water comes back, it plumps right up again. It's an amazing moss. And I'm going to be propagating this carpet, and the way that I do that is we grow this moss on this substrate, which is a river sand, clay, limestone, and forest compost substrates. We also sell this in our little Etsy shop, the perfect substrate for this moss. So I just want to show the root system. I'm just gonna get this dirty, but it's okay. So as you can see, it really does make a thick carpet of roots here, and it's not easy to pull apart. If you tug on it, you gotta do it quite gently, but you can get quite the muddle of roots, and it all grows together. So here, if I pull out there, that's one that would have actually it may have grown from a spore, or it may have been attached to older growth on this side. So we're gonna see that long root there. We're gonna make a little hole, pop that in there, and done. As easy as that. You make sure that it's sitting up. And once you've filled this nicely, like I'm just gonna put a little bit more in there and tuck it into the substrate. A little bit more up, tuck it into the substrate there. And that's pretty good. Here, a little bit more. And then, oops, a little bit of fern. And then, as you can see, I have put this in quite high pots, because, as I said before, the roots really need to be submerged in water. So in quite a high pot, I'm gonna submerge this in an area that I've made that's quite deep, and I'm just gonna stick it right there. so that the water is gonna be coming up to here, the roots are gonna be submerged, and it's gonna be getting enough water until this becomes a thick carpet of moss. Then I'll lift it out, and I could either place it on a rock and allow it just to attach to the rock with the substrate in the roots, amongst the roots. Or I could again then divide that carpet and make it into 10 more pots and continue the process of propagation. But as you can see, we've got quite a lot of this moss. Here it's growing beautifully. Here it's growing beautifully. So so there you have it. There's more there, and there's more over here. It's the propagation process is quite fast. You get new growth within 3-4 weeks. There. So that is swan neck Thyme-moss. Swan neck Thyme-moss. Beautiful moss. It enjoys mediumly high acidity substrate. Medium, not super high, but in between. It does attach to rock as well, and it is a full shade moss. It really has to grow in full shade. There. I think that's about everything that's this moss covered. If you have any questions, let me know. If you would like to go and visit our Etsy shop, I'll put the link down in the notes section. And yeah, there you go. Subscribe if you want to. Lots of videos to come. Lots of videos already up. And like if you like. Thank you very much for listening. Take care and speak to you again soon. Bye.